Next, we come to the renewable energy sector in India. India has pledged in the Paris Climate Conference, that we are to produce 175 gigawatt of power to be generated from renewable energy sources. Now, in order to fulfill this commitment, we are improvising on our renewable energy targets. Now, India, in terms of hydropower, it has half the share of the world's total energy capacity in terms of hydro. Then we have the fourth largest wind power capacity in the world. We are fifth largest in solar power capacity in the world. The world's largest ground solar power plant is located in Kamuti, and the world's largest rooftop is located in Beas in Punjab, India. The capacity from biomass power, which includes installations from biomass combustion, biomass gasification, and bagasse cogeneration, it stands at 9.5 gigawatt. So this is about a brief introduction about our renewable energy sector. Now, India is the fourth largest. Now, coming to the scenario that we have now, we still have a lot of dependence on conventional sources of energy. Like, we are the fourth largest importer of oil and the 15th largest importer of petroleum products. Petroleum products and LNG. So, our current potential at renewable energy, though the figures are not important, we have 1096 gigawatt from commercially exploitable sources. Of this, wind is this is India's estimated potential. That is, we have 1096 gigawatt of commercially exploitable sources. This is estimated potential, which includes wind at 302 gigawatt, small hydro 21 gigawatt, bioenergy total capacity is 25, and solar energy is 750 gigawatt. So this is the entire potential that India has. And in our national solar mission, we have targeted 100 gigawatt from 20 gigawatt. Now we have 20 gigawatt, so we've enhanced the target to 100 gigawatt by 2022. Now, certain initiatives have been taken. For example, in the biogas sector, we have family-type biogas plants, mainly for rural and semi-urban households, which have been set up under the National Biogas Manure and Management Program. Now, coming to sector-wise policies, we have amendments in the tariff policy of 2016 of the Ministry of Power to promote renewable energy. And what does these amendments say? Enhancement in the solar renewable purchase obligation to 8% by March 2022. Introduction of renewable general obligation, which is RGO, for these new coal and lignite based thermal plants. Also ensuring that renewable power is available through bundling with thermal power. So if they are sold as a bundled product, thermal power along with renewable power, anyone purchasing thermal power would have to take renewable energy as well. Apart from that, we have no state transmission charges and losses. So for solar and wind power, there will be no transmission charges and loss charges that are to be levied. Apart from that, we have development of solar parks and ultra mega solar parks. Then we have the Green Energy Corridor project, solar rooftop project. Apart from that, for decentralized solar power projects, we have the Kusum scheme. Then we have the offshore wind energy policy that is to be developed on offshore wind energy in the Indian exclusive economic zone. Apart from that, we are trying to tap in private potentials so that with the help of private participation, we can easily build on our renewable energy capacity. Now, financial opportunities. The Ministry of Renewable Energy has announced provision of bank loans up to $2.3 million to borrowers for solar-based power generators, micro-hydel plants, solar power systems, etc. Also for street lighting, remote village electrification, all these, there would be loans that would be provided. Now, what are the projects that are going on in solar sector? We have the Green Energy Corridor, as has been spoken before, with the aim is to ensure evacuation of renewable energy from generation point. So from the point, Green Energy Corridor will be like an energy grid or like a energy highway where a renewable energy from the source from where it is being generated to the point where the energy is being loaded for distribution. They will create the transmission infrastructure. Apart from that, we will develop solar parks and ultra mega solar parks, which has a capacity of 40,000 megawatt. And the center aims to create at least 50 solar parks with a capacity of 500 megawatt each. Also, the 100 smart cities under the smart city project will also be powered by renewable energy. We have hydro projects which are exempted from competitive bidding, and the small hydro projects have been declared as a priority. Also, there are schemes for upgradation of water mills and micro hydro projects. Also, battery packs for electric vehicles are to be developed, charging stations for electric vehicles under the FAME scheme, etc. These are all to be developed. Now, coming to FDI, we have 100% FDI in the renewable energy sector, and no government approval is needed because it is via the automatic route. Thank you.